Hello students, welcome to the social studies class. In my previous video, I had explained chapter 1, Me and My Family. I hope you have read the lesson and revised the exercises. Now let us revise chapter 2, Changing Lifestyles. First, we will discuss how lifestyles have changed over time and changes in transportation. Over a period of time, lifestyles of people around the world have changed. This change has come from inventions, discoveries, and advancement of technology which has made our lives better. Children, the way in which people live has changed because of the inventions, discoveries, and advancement of technology. Changes can be seen in the way people dress today and the mode of transportation available. Housing and food habits of people have also changed. There has also been great progress in education and entertainment. Let us learn how our present is different from our past. Transportation. Transportation has changed the way people live and work today. These days, we use buses, auto rickshaws, cycle rickshaws, metro trains, and cars for traveling in cities and small towns. For traveling to farther distances, many of us use railway trains and aeroplanes. Children, transportation has changed the way people live and work today. Nowadays, we use different types of vehicles such as buses, auto rickshaws, metro trains for traveling in cities and small towns. For going to far places, we use railway trains and aeroplanes. People also use water transport like ships and boats. Unlike in the past, now people can travel to another country in a few hours. Now people can travel to another country in few hours. In the olden times, men traveled on foot. Later, they began to use animals such as horses and donkeys for traveling. It took a long time to travel this way. In olden times, men traveled on foot and it took a long time to travel this way. Afterwards, they started using animals such as horses and donkeys for traveling. After the invention of wheel, people began to use carts and carriages for traveling. Gradually, modes of transport were developed with the changing lifestyles and work requirements of people. There are various means of transport available for traveling. Let's learn more about them. Land transport. All vehicles that move on roads are called land transport. For example, cars, buses, trucks, cycle rickshaws, auto rickshaws, and bicycles run on land. Another popular means of land transport are trains. All vehicles that move on roads are called land transport. Another popular means of land transport are trains, Trains move on tracks that are laid on the ground. Earlier, trains used steam engines to run. A great amount of coal was burned in the engine to produce steam, which moved the train. Nowadays, trains use diesel or electric engines to run. Now, let us learn about water transport. Vehicles that move on land are called land transport, but vehicles that move on water are called water transport. These vehicles move on water. For example, motorboats, ships, yachts, and rafts are used to travel on water to distant places. These vehicles carry goods and people over rivers, seas, and oceans. Before humans began to travel by air, water transport was the most common way of traveling to distant countries. People used to travel by ship to distant countries. The third type of transport is air transport. Today, aeroplanes are the fastest means of transport on earth. They fly in the sky and transport goods and people from one city to another city as well as to another country. Now, traveling longer distances is possible in the shortest time. Today, aeroplanes are the fastest means of transport on earth. They fly in the sky and transport goods and people from one country to another country as well as from one city to another city, and it can travel longer distances in shortest time. An airport is a place where aeroplanes land, take off, and are kept for maintenance and repair. It also has a runway. Airport is a place where aeroplanes land and take off and are kept for maintenance. It also has a runway. A runway is a long stretch on which an aeroplane moves before taking off or landing. Helicopters are other popular means of air transport. Helicopters have blades on the top which spin fast and lift them off the ground. Helicopters can fly close to the ground as well as water and can even hover at a place. Helicopters are mostly used by armed forces in rescuing people during floods or at sea. Children, that's all for today. I will discuss some more topics in my next video. Thank you.